All right, everyone, you guys all full from your Thanksgiving extravaganzas. So the triangle is back. And we're going to talk about some topics. We got Israel Rivera back here. We got TJ Hopkins, David Huffman.
What's going on, everybody?
On the dial, on the ones and twos.
On the ones and twos. Chopping it up. Chopped and screwed.
How was your guys' Thanksgiving?
It was great.
Yeah?
It was dope.
Did you guys do any Black Friday stuff?
I did. I took my little sister to the mall before they went back to Florida. Her and my mom's. And
you spent a lot of money, or?
I ain't buy nothing. She spent money. I just wanted to see some madness happen, but... Yeah.
No madness?
No madness. I was kind of disappointed.
That's because the stores open so early now. They're like, all the shopping gets done like real early. Look, so if you want to, you basically have to blow off Thanksgiving if you want to go.
We went relatively late and the mall was still packed.
Yeah.
It was still packed.
But I remember when I was younger, the stores wouldn't open until like 5, 6 in the morning. People would be like lions, people like camping out at night, dude. Yeah.
Like, all right, so I saw a video of Black Friday in Canada.
I saw that too, yeah. I feel like it's so fake, dude. Like that video,
it felt fake because like the people like
super staged.
They opened the doors and the employees that worked at whatever store they started clapping for the customers that were walking in. I swear to God, they started clapping and the
somebody showed up
and the people walked in so calmly.
It's fake, dude. That's super fake.
Super fake.
There's no way that's real. So yeah, we're gonna nah, dude, no way. We're gonna talk about a little NBA action. We're gonna swing over to football, college football stuff to talk about NBA or NFL.
Right.
So let's start off in the NBA.
NBA.
Since we're Chicago.
NBA.
We're from Chicago. We're in Northern Illinois. Let's talk about the Bulls. The circus road trip, 4-2.
4-2.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's actually pretty good, and they had some winnable games. They could have won that Denver game.
They got robbed.
But
they didn't get robbed.
Jamal Murray is what happened. That's what happened.
When the NBA comes out and releases a statement saying Will Barton should have got called for a charge against Jimmy Butler in the last few seconds of the game.
I agree with you on that one. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, but like charging calls in the NBA are the hardest things to call the rule.
That was nothing. That was nothing hard.
Bang.
And TJ, nothing hard to call.
Okay, but TJ, not to mention that they had a 17-point lead at one point in that game, and they let them score 22 points straight in the second quarter with Jamal Murray leading the attack. That's what happened to the Bulls.
The Denver Nuggets should not be competitive with the Chicago Bulls. Their best player is Emmanuel Mudiay in his second
and
season.
Mudiay doesn't even look like the best point guard. It looks like Jamal Murray
He's
should
a
be.
shooting guard.
No, I mean Jamal Murray looks like the guy that should be handling the ball though.
You know, I had a fun.
Because he pushes the pace.
I went out for Black Wednesday. We were talking about making a trade. So we're moving the Cavs around. How do you guys feel about Kevin Love and Mo Williams for Danilo Gallinari and Fareed?
In Denver?
Yeah. So Denver gets Kevin Love and Mo Williams, and the Cavs get Kenneth Fareed and Danilo Gallinari.
I don't think LeBron.
That would be not.
I don't think LeBron would go for that one.
Why?
Yeah, especially, Kevin Love just scored like 33 or 35.
Danilo Gallinari has a similar skill set. He has more skills than Kevin Love does.
In what?
Kevin Love is a dominant rebounder.
So is Kenneth
He's an
Fareed.
elite 3-point shooter.
So is Danilo Gallinari.
Gallinari is always hurt. If I'm not mistaken,
he's not hurt right now.
If I'm not mistaken, Gallinari just sat up because he had a calf strain or something like that. He's due for an injury once or twice. Kevin Love is durable. If it wasn't for the freak accident against Kelly Olynyk, they would have had him in the playoffs. He got
hurt like a lot as a Timberwolf.
No, but he was dominant in while he was on the court. Danilo Gallinari is not as dominant as Kevin Love is.
He has a lot of intangibles to bring to an NBA court. Danilo Gallinari is a nice player.
Shooter, elite rebounder.
That's
clean the glass up and get putbacks. I mean, you're talking about stretched over two players. At least you got Mo Williams to come off the bench and be
Williams doesn't play
point guard. Well, I don't know. I don't think Iman Shumpert should play because he can't score worth a lick.
Well, Iman Shumpert's mostly
defensive, and he's out there for his hair. Let's be real.
He's not out there for his hair. That's LeBron's. That's LeBron's buddy. That's LeBron's buddy.
If it wasn't for Iman Shumpert's hair, he wouldn't be nearly as much fun.
Him, J.R. Smith, and Iman Shumpert are LeBron's buddies. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think LeBron would go for that trade.
So yeah, the Bulls.
It's fun. It's fun that you think that way.
Yeah, it's fun. But no, the Bulls. I mean, they've been really good. Like,
Jimmy. I don't know.
Jimmy Butler.
I know how you feel about him, but the dude's been balling.
He can play.
Jimmy Butler has been balling. There was this statistic out that came out. It was like when him and when D Wade and Jimmy scored like 25, they were like 0-6. Wagon Fake scored 25 albeit against Philly, and they won. But
I just got
that seems to be a problem. Something down there.
I just got
those guys.
Another stat.
What's up?
When Rondo or when Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade are on the court together, their plus minus is like ridiculous. It's like way lower than when anybody else is on the floor playing point guard. When the three of them are like on the floor together, their plus minus isn't as good. When Wade and Butler are on the floor.
So throwing Rondo in the mix kind of messes everything up.
A little bit.
That's because Rondo can't score.
No.
And when the three of them can't score.
And with the three of them on the court at the same time, like that takes the ball out of
D Wade's hands.
Butler and Wade's hands.
Yeah, but Rondo is just as serviceable to have the ball in his hands. He can create.
Is true.
He can create off the dribble. He can create for other people.
I like where man. Look, the thing about this Bulls team is like with Rajon Rondo, you can go under the screen.
Yeah,
with a person like Derrick Rose, who has a little bit more of an offensive game, you couldn't do that. And he can torch you from out there if he got hot. That's the difference from here to now. And you even see, and the thing is, it's about getting rid of Rose over the offseason for Rondo. Well, and it wasn't for Rondo, but it was just getting rid of Rose. I don't know, they would have made something work possibly, maybe, if D Wade would have or didn't want to get paid his highest, but he did. I know that's the only reason he came here. I know, I understand, but still,
they only get Wade because Rose is gone.
But still, at the same point, Rondo, you can go under his screens at the 3-point line.
So look at you with Derrick Rose.
No, but I just said though, Derrick Rose has a better offensive game, so he has a higher chance of making those 3-point shots.
He's not. Dude, they're both terrible.
No way.
They're both terrible 3-point shooters.
No way. Derrick Rose is a much better career-wise 3-point shooter.
Barely.
And that's a better shot, and that's a better percentage.
Talking about 3-point shooting.
But then you're talking.
Rondo don't even shoot 12-foot jumpers.
Yeah, but then you're talking about
you don't shoot nothing.
Do you look at the form but Rondo has a slow winding. Derrick Rose has a really good form shooting the basketball, and at the mid range he's a lot better than Rondo as well, popping up out of those screens on the mid range. So I mean, even though you say that D Wade wouldn't have been on the Bulls, sure, that's fine, that's cool, but right now when you look at the point guard situation, Rondo just can't cut it.
Dude, he's the best option we have. There's nobody else coming to save the day.
I know.
Unless they take Denzel Valentine and make him the full-time starter.
One thing I do like is Robin Lopez is a really good defensive center.
Please.
Please. First of all,
no, dude.
He's a really good defensive center, and he's consistent. He's not injured all the time.
I went home.
And he's there for you every day.
I went home, right? And Andy.
Rolo.
Dude, he was just bashing up on Robin Lopez. Like, man, people are so excited about him. He was getting so heated, dude. He was so mad. Like, people are getting so excited about this Robin Lopez. Man, he's got 8 and 8. Man, I can get 8 and 8. He's screaming at the top. I'm like, dude, he wasn't meant to replace Pau Gasol. He's there to replace Joakim Noah, not Pau Gasol.
No, like Taj Gibson's there to. And they and rightfully so.
And Taj Gibson's contract looks like a steal right now.
Yeah, no, rightfully so. He's a double machine.
$9 million for a starting power forward.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. This is how Fred Hoiberg.
His contract was terrible a few years ago.
Paul Gasol never fit into what Fred Hoiberg wanted to do, which is run the court and have athletic forwards up front.
Gibson's
athletic center, an athletic
forward. He's more athletic than Paul Gasol.
He's more athletic than Paul Gasol. Exactly. Paul Gasol was not as fleet of foot.
Zach Randolph might be more athletic than Pau Gasol.
No,
but he's not as fleet of foot. But you're talking about defensive wise. You're talking about defensive wise as well.
Pau Gasol was a good defender, though.
You could switch. No, but
not a great
you can't
defender,
switch. You can't switch Pau Gasol out on the wing,
which
more NBA teams do on high pick and rolls. Yes, you can. You could switch Taj Gibson on a high pick and roll and have a better chance with Pau Gasol and Robin Lopez.
If that's what you're trying to compare it to, what would happen with Pau Gasol, then yeah, sure.
Yes, I am. I mean, the Spurs are doing well, and it's not because of Pau Gasol.
Okay.
Oh, okay. But I could throw that one back at you because you're saying Pau Gasol and your Spurs picked him up like he was going to replace Tim Duncan, and they're actually better with a Tim Duncan than a Pau Gasol.
They only have 3 losses.
I know they have only 3 losses, but defensively, they're much better.
They're like
with Tim Duncan than Pau Gasol.
Okay, that's great. They're probably a better offensive team.
I just got one question. What is it about Jimmy Butler that you just don't like? What is it?
It's something about his personality, dude. I'm just not a fan of.
He's got that mild demeanor.
He's one of those. He has to be one of the most humble human beings.
No, dude, he's not. Dude, he's not. Dude, he just plays this role, dude. I'm not a fan. He's got to all brainwash. One day, y'all gonna realize that. Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
You don't like Jimmy Butler. You don't like DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, but nobody likes DeMarcus Cousins. Especially Kostas Koufis. You go up and try to give him a high five.
Look, Jimmy Butler is actually the one of the more lethal offensive threats going to the hole, especially getting free throw attempts and everything like that. Along with D Wade,
and I'm not saying
I'm not arguing with you. I'm not saying he's not a good basketball player. I'm just not a fan of him as a person.
He is a bully out there. A bully. It doesn't matter if you're a good person. As long as he's doing well on the basketball court, that real
talk about Joakim Noah, would have gone to blows with Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy Butler was rubbing people the wrong way. That's why Derrick Rose is gone. That's why
Joakim Noah's gone. Yeah, of course.
So you think that
none of those guys are gonna come back?
So you think that Jimmy Butler coming into his own and when he started and when he I
think he got full of it. I think his head got huge. Yeah, dude.
He got a little bit big head. He's like, I'm the man now.
He got that huge fish tank that's the shape of a boombox in his house.
Yeah, you ain't see that?
It's pretty cool, actually.
I'm not. I mean, no.
It plays music. Too.
It doesn't matter, but I mean, look, hey, Jimmy deserves.
He's the future of our franchise for right now.
For right now,
until Denzel Valentine, I think Denzel Valentine's gonna be big time.
Well, once he gets more minutes,
stop it.
He's playing now.
Stop it.
He's their backup point guard.
Stop it. Denzel Valentine. No, I like Denzel, but he's not gonna be Jimmy Butler better. Jimmy Butler has the likes to be a really good, consistent player in this league for many years.
He's already 28 or 27.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's
played 4 years in college, 4 years in the NBA.
I mean, but look. He's around 27, 28. You got about at least till he's 34, 30, 34, 35. Especially if he keeps his body up well, but if he keeps his body up well, like D Wade or whatever the case is,
look at D body up well.
D Wade has done a good job up to this point in his career.
Okay, yeah. When he doesn't play he played missed half of each season.
Not every year though. Young D Wade was playing every single game.
Okay.
Older D Wade took some nights off just so he can when in the playoffs time down the stretch he can play.
He was playing with Batman at the time.
That was superhero Chris Bosh.
Yeah. I mean, oh my gosh! Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five.
Hey, Alfred is very important to what they do over there at Batman.
Not six.
I get it.
You can't have Batman without Alfred.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, LeBron.
Hey, let's not talk about Chris Bosh because that's a sad situation. He got blood clots. The guys. I hope he gets well, and
I hope he gets to play again.
Yeah.
All right.
So David, let's not veer off a little bit.
David wants to highlight a little Brett Brown.
Yeah.
Brett Brown.
Listen. He's been the head coach of that team for a while.
And for those that don't know, Brett Brown is the head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers.
And they haven't got not a lick better since he started coaching them. They're still not competitive. I mean, I guess they're more competitive in each individual game. But each season, they're not winning games.
All right, TJ, you want to go on this?
How long are they going to allow him to coach that basketball team? You want to
go on this, or should I go first?
And how long are they going to keep paying him to coach that basketball team? Doesn't this contract run out?
You can go.
Why did they give him an extension? Why did they give him more money? Why?
All right. First of all,
Joel Embiid's been
Brett Brown every year has had nothing to work with, right? He's had top pick after top pick, but he had also Joel Embiid out for 2 years.
So you think
he traded away Michael Carter-Williams. You don't have a true point guard. They were having essentially a small forward, power forward for most of the year last season, playing point guard.
Yeah, now then Rodriguez
for multiple years, Jakari, I forget what his name is, but anyway, Samson, right? And so now look at this. This season, year after year, they have literally given this guy young play one and done after one and done after one and done to be a franchise cornerstone. This year, the number one pick, Ben Simmons, who was supposed to be like the next LeBron type, quote unquote.
He made air quotes just so everyone knows.
And is injured and is not probably going to play for. Why bother bringing him back? Why bother bringing him back when by the time it's down the stretch? Next season they're gonna do a Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid on this.
He's the next coach next year too.
No, Brett Brown is the type of guy. No, I don't see Brett Brown in their future plans, but he's the perfect coach for this situation because you don't bring in a type
So he's just a placeholder.
He's basically a placeholder for like a up and coming coach that you have more aspirations for.
Brett Brown was an up and coming coach.
Yeah, he's an up and coming coach that is a long time assistant who can teach young players the ways of the league.
They have been terrible, and they've had off the court issues. Julio Okafor's got off the court.
That's one time, and that was his rookie year.
He hasn't been in trouble since.
Yeah, in the beginning of the year.
Been in trouble.
I can't think of anybody else.
Exactly. Check this out, but also the front office of the Philadelphia, and not to mention this is the first year they even got Dario Saric playing. He's supposed to been played.
He's been terrible.
A couple. But he was one of their picks. So you gotta let this team form a little bit, and I see what they're doing. But the thing is that Brett Brown is one of those coaches that.
They haven't got any better. Eventually, something has to get better. Like they can't be like this forever.
Brett Brown is a perfect coach for this situation because if he does hand the baton,
what does that mean?
Because he's the type of coach that's going to get your young players prepared.
What do you think that guy does at night? He just goes home and cries. Why me? Why did I have to get this job?
I don't know.
You think Brett Brown to go back to his assistant job?
I don't think he's crying because he is a head coach.
Right, he's making money.
Yeah, but dude, like he's gotta be. He went from the Spurs, like winning all the time, to never winning.
Well. That's a lot of. Look at Alvin Gentry. He was an assistant on Steve Kerr for 2 years, and now he's head coach of the other Pelicans. Ain't winning too much of anything right now.
And, but it's not because.
I mean, check this out. You trade Andre Iguodala, you trade Evan Turner, you trade Michael Carter-Williams, and I don't know who else they had. They had Nick Vucevic. You traded all those guys.
Part of the Dwight Howard trade and the Iguodala trade. They all kind of left.
I mean, that's what I was getting to. So.
And that happened before he even got there.
Exactly. So they gave him nothing to work with when he got there.
I get it. Okay. I understand. But how long are they going to allow him to just stay the coach?
Okay, here's the thing. You don't
and not winning.
No.
Not competitive.
Here's the thing. You don't blame Brett Brown. You blame the process. Like you blame
the guy who was the mastermind of the process got fired.
It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. Like
the guy.
It does not matter because it's not his fault. Like if
I was Brian Colangelo, the first thing I would have done as soon as I became the GM, I would have fired him.
Brett Brown?
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm not
okay then. Okay,
we'll get somebody new.
Then he should have done that.
What about the cog in down in the 4 and the 5 spots with Nerlens Noel, Okafor, and Embiid? What are they gonna do about that?
They gotta flip one of those guys away. Dario Saric has got to be flipped. They gotta do something.
No, you can't flip Dario. He can play the 3. He can play the 3.
He has to play the 3 until Ben Simmons.
He's very
Ben Simmons.
versatile.
Yeah, but Ben Simmons isn't really a small forward either. He's more of like a hybrid power forward.
Ben Simmons is gonna have the ball most of the time when he gets back.
Exactly.
When he comes next season.
But that's the thing. Like so, like you.
Is Joel Embiid the front runner for the Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, technically he is, and he sat out 2 seasons, man.
But he only plays 25 minutes a night.
Yeah, he has a minute.
But no other rookie I can really think of is making a big impact. Ben Simmons has been hurt. Who was the second pick?
Ingram.
He hasn't been that good. He's been a little hurt too.
Jaylen Brown went third. I mean,
he barely plays.
I mean, he plays more than everybody else.
I guess.
I just don't get drafting. Like 2 or 3.
I didn't like. My thing is,
especially if you're gonna trade them away and try to get something for them.
Like my thing was like I said, you don't blame Brett Brown. You blame the process because I forgot Sam Hinkie. He was the GM for I don't know how many years, and every year before Colangelo took over, it was tank, and Brett Brown had to work with what he had. Most nights he was playing 9 dudes. And like what do you want him to do playing with 9 players? What do you
play 5 guys?
And you got 4 subs. What do you want him to do?
Did you guys watch the Bulls game? when they played against the Sixers?
No, I didn't watch it because it was so interesting, and I didn't even want to.
So they had a like a period of the time in the game where they basically turned the ball over every time they touched it for about 5 minutes.
But it's like, what
no timeout, no nothing. They
like,
just let him run like basically the Bulls blew him out of the court like while this was going on. He never called a timeout. He didn't do nothing.
It's literally, what do you want him to do?
Phil Jackson never called timeouts
and that's actually
really bad. Dude.
Like,
it was bonehead.
That's waving the white. That's waving the white towel.
No, because like that, like calling timeouts in situations
it was still
like
competitive,
that,
and then all of a sudden it was
that's
just a
running the
landslide.
clock.
Calling timeouts, that's like a bailout because like you got a bunch of young players, and it's like
no, dude, you can't allow them to keep making mistakes.
But that's how you learn.
Without bringing them to like they never corrected nothing. They didn't play like that the entire game. They just turned it over all the time.
Scott Skiles used to do that a lot with
Scott Skiles doesn't have a job.
Check this out. Do you think the Philadelphia 76ers front office like has a microphone in Brett Brown's ear? Like, Brett, you better not call freaking timeout because.
We need to see what's going to happen. Like,
this is the thing. Walter thought they'd be a playoff team this season. No.
I never said they were going to be
Walter,
a playoff team.
You're not Walter. Remember Walter was here? Walter, he said they were going to be no, they're not going to be a playoff team. They're going to be the worst team in the NBA again. They're going to have the first pick in the draft.
I mean, like...
Unless the Dallas Mavericks continue their Dallas Maverick-esque.
I mean, all we know is, like, on the front court tip, they solid. Like, they don't have
No, they're not, dude. They don't have to
draft they don't have to draft another big man for the next... at least 3-4 years.
They have too many of those guys. They can't all play every minute of every game. And then the one's going to be a free agent.
Okay, so you start two and you bring two off the bench.
No.
What is wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Because your bench is going to have to commit money to these
what's
guys.
wrong with that? Do you see a problem with that? Like and you can mix and match.
Who are the two? Who do you start?
Well, I would start Jahlil Okafor because he doesn't have a minutes cap.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't play that many minutes. He definitely has a minute cap.
Nah, he doesn't have a minute cap anymore. They lifted it.
Oh, okay. Well, they just lifted it.
They lifted it about a week ago.
Week ago.
Yeah. I mean, did you see that Embiid was on the sideline that one game with he kicked the chair. What an idiot. Come on, you're going to injure your foot even more.
And it's like, no, don't.
Come on, man.
It's like a DeMarcus Cousins move.
Yeah, so, yeah. But who would you said you'd start Okafor, and who'd you start at the 4?
Nerlens.
So you have Embiid?
Same thing.
Embiid
off the bench? No.
Yeah.
No, I'd say you start.
Embiid at the 5,
dude. Because I would bring Embiid off the bench, like, because one, he go up against second unit centers, plus he's on the minutes restriction.
Let's throw out the minutes.
What about Nerlens Noel? He's probably going to be on a minutes restriction as well when he comes back.
Yeah. He just had his knee scoped.
Yeah. But Nerlens Noel actually showed production.
And he's got bounds. I would probably start him and Embiid
together. Well, I think him and Embiid actually fit the mold of more athletic.
Because I think if you start Okafor and Embiid together, I think that would be all messy.
I think Okafor can dominate most second tier centers in the NBA and actually get.
If I was the Sixers, I'd be trying to trade him. I think he has the most value.
So how long do you give Brett Brown?
I think this is it. I think this season's it.
Izzy, how long do you give him?
I just the end of the season, probably just to the end of the season, and then I think he'll make it through the season. I mean, he'll make it through the season, but
why pay him to do nothing? I mean, I don't even know what his contract situation is.
So next year, Brett Brown is not the head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Isn't Brett Brown a Popovich guy?
He's a Popovich guy. They might give him some leeway.
They might give him some leeway.
How much?
Big Pop, man. Pop's
how long has he been there? How long has he been the coach of that team?
Pop is all up in Colangelo's ear.
But they tanked every year before this year. They even tanked last year. So they're not taking this year, as far as we know. They're
not trying to tank, but they are.
See, that's the difference. Like the previous years, they were trying to tank. Like the year.
I still think
they went 9-70.
I still think that they realize that they're not going to be a playoff team. Like I think they knew that.
So what? So they're not a playoff team. Like he gets fired because of that. Like
yeah.
What?
You're firing Marvin Lewis. So why can't we fire?
No, I'm firing Marvin Lewis for making it to the playoffs and not winning the damn game. You can't go 14 years as a head coach and not win a damn game.
They go to the playoffs a lot. They've went to the playoffs a lot with that man.
Yeah,
he has not won one playoff game for Cincinnati.
Brett Brown hasn't gone to the playoffs even.
Exactly.
So you're giving him Marvin Lewis. Let's move over to college football. Fair enough of Brent Brown. Oh, yeah, Minnesota, yeah. I forgot that we were talking about Minnesota.
It's okay.
So they stink. And everybody thought they'd be a playoff team.
It's early. I thought they were going to be a playoff team.
But, so then everybody was all, Tom Thibodeau, they're not going to make the playoffs. So that's pretty funny.
What? How can you say they're not going to make the playoffs?
They're not going to make the playoffs. There's no way.
Like, how can you say that?
They're already behind the 8 ball.
It's 16 games in. They're not going to make the playoffs.
Which team do you think has a better chance to make the playoffs? The Pelicans or the Timberwolves?
Pelicans. Definitely the Timberwolves.
The Pelicans.
Sacramento Kings or the Timberwolves?
The Timberwolves.
Yeah. Lakers? Timberwolves?
Lakers.
See, this is this is not what answers you would have given me. If we had started the season over again, and
I would have said Timberwolves. Yeah, you're right.
This Tom Thibodeau system.
Well, that's because the Lakers are playing much better than what people anticipated.
Okay. What happened to the Timberwolves? What happened to the Timberwolves? Everybody thought they'd be
This is what happened to the
gangbusters.
Timberwolves. This is what happened to the Timberwolves.
Well, their players played too many minutes and they all got injured.
They're too young. They're too young. They're a bunch of one and done guys brought together under a total.
Don't call him a dictator. Don't call him
the great dictator.
The great dictator, Tom Thibodeau. And so
that is a disrespectful statement.
Who even backs up these players? Who's Andrew Wiggins' backup? Everybody ever see these guys play?
It was supposed to be Shabazz Muhammad, but he's still injured, coming off injury.
No, he played.
He plays?
He plays.
Oh, swell.
But that's once again another one and done dude.
Another one and
done.
Yeah.
I think it was UCLA for 2 years.
One.
It doesn't matter. That's what they're predicated off of their youth. They still got some really great pieces. You got Andrew Wiggins. You have Karl Anthony Towns. You have Zach LaVine, your 2-time slam dunk contest, which doesn't mean nothing, but he's a good player after. Chris Dunn coming off the bench, who's supposed to, Ricky Rubio. So they can't. They have to start. It's about time for some of these players to be accountable. You guys got to start stepping up.
You got to put it together.
Pull it together. Plus, it's hard for a young team to play in the Western Conference.
Don't make excuses.
I'm not trying to make excuses, but when you have you just lost your head coach last year, you had to play under an interim head coach this past year, due to crazy circumstances.
R.I.P. Flip Saunders.
Yeah, rest in peace, Flip Saunders. And then now you're on your third coach essentially for this unit. So you got to give them some time to adjust.
Flip Saunders, Sam Mitchell, Tom Thibodeau,
yeah.
I don't know, dude. I just thought people thought they'd be better than this by now.
Yeah, but it's 16 games in. Give them some time.
Jesus.
They might hit.
It's like Minnesota's not.
They're
good.
not going to be a playoff team.
Like the Knicks are
They're not
underperforming.
gonna be
The
a
Knicks are a
playoff team
500 team, and they aren't doing.
They're not going to be a
They're
playoff team
underperforming.
this year. But give them some time.
Oh my God! 16 games.
You don't think the Knicks are underperforming?
The New York. Look, this is my problem with the New York. With this is my problem with
the
New York Knicks.
Dude. Their payroll is much too high to be this
New
mediocre.
York Knicks.
What do you expect them to be? 15-2?
I thought they'd be at least winning their division.
My God!
I thought they'd be right there with the Raptors.
This is the problem with the New York Knicks. Derrick Rose can't stop nobody. Carmelo Anthony can't stop nobody.
Neither could Joakim Noah.
Joakim Noah can't stop nobody. Kristaps Porzingis has trouble with people on with faster bigs on the wing
or stronger
bigs on the low. So, and then your backup point guard Brandon Jennings can't stop nobody.
It's not anyone. It's like when it comes
this
to
team is soft defensively. They can score the ball. They soft on the defensive end, and that's the reason why they're playing 500 ball. So if they can put in effort to actually stop on the defensive side and get more stops, their offense is always going to keep clicking. They're scoring like 100 points a game.
Carmelo Anthony who can score at will.
Yeah.
Basically.
Kristaps Porzingis can score at will.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose is starting to look like scoring 18 points.
All right, we're gonna move on to college football.
What? Are you kidding me?
Moving on.
What do you want
Are you
Rose to
serious?
do?
Moving on.
Are you kidding me?
Over the last few
Derrick
games,
Rose is
18,
actually playing really good this year.
They never win when he
What
plays
are you
well.
talking about? Every Chicago fan is bitter right now to see Derrick
nobody's
Rose
bitter.
doing okay in New York.
I'm
He
not
actually
bitter.
hasn't missed a game of general soreness this year.
Great.
Which is
It's early. Give it time.
But he's actually played every single game this season. What was that, 15 games?
That's sad when that becomes an accomplishment.
16 games. What I'm saying, though, he hasn't missed a beat, though. He's actually looked like the facilitator that they want him to be. Even though it's a triangle, they still want Derrick Rose to push the ball.
Like a hybrid.
They don't run the triangle.
A hybrid, yeah, I know. It's like a hybrid.
It's
That's
like
what I'm saying.
Triangle mixed with
Derrick Rose take off.
Mixed with Jeff Hornacek's
right.
system.
College football. Moving on to college football.
No. Gosh, we got to move on to college football.
We're done with Derrick Rose for the day.
Done with Derrick Rose. Okay.
It's the day. The day just started, so we're good. We're done with him for a whole day.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Such a hater right now.
Hater.
All right, so give me your top 4 college football.
Hate hard.
Top 4 college football.
Bama?
Top 4 college football. Bama unanimous. Clemson number 2 unanimous. If they can win the ACC championship. Number 3 Ohio State unanimous. Number 4, and I don't even agree with Ohio State being in the college football ranking because they're not gonna win their Big Ten championship. They're not gonna, so they're not gonna win their conference. They weren't even the best team out of their standings in the East because they lost to Penn State. So I don't even agree with that, and then I don't even agree with how the game kind of ended with Michigan. That's neither here. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So, Ohio State's number 3, and then number 4. It comes down to what this is the crazy part now. It comes down to what the committee is gonna put into perspective. If Wisconsin wins the Big Ten championship, put Wisconsin in.
No way, it's Washington.
Yes. You put Wisconsin. Nope. No, if Washington loses the Pac-12 championship, you don't put Washington in. Obviously, Wisconsin wins against Penn State. You put Wisconsin in because they beat LSU, so they're known. They can actually beat an SEC team. Plus, they've lost 2 games only to Michigan and Ohio State.
If Wisconsin wins the Big Ten and Washington wins the Pac-12. Washington's going to get in.
Washington's going to get in, yes. But
Washington is not going to get in.
Okay, what if Colorado's going to stop? Colorado's going to win that game. Come on.
Not going to get in.
We're not having this conversation.
Colorado's going to win that game because one of the things that the committee looks at that you pointed out was your strength. Your out of conference strength of schedule,
which is what we're talking about Ohio State. When you look at Ohio State's strength of schedule, they played the hardest schedule in the football.
Right. So that's why they're in. That's why they're in. And it was pretty much essentially that Michigan Ohio State game was the Big Ten championship in a way.
Like, what happens if, like, let's say Washington wins and Penn State wins, so then you have Ohio State, who didn't win their own conference but only has 1 loss. Mm-hmm. Then you have Washington, who won their conference but only has 1 loss. Then you have Penn State, who has 2 losses but beat Ohio State and won their conference. How do you feel like out of those 3 teams, Penn State probably has the best win? They beat Ohio State.
And they won their conference.
Yeah, like what do? You
go with Penn State.
And then who gets out? Who gets eliminated?
Wait, so you're saying that Penn State wins and Washington loses?
No, Washington wins. So you have these 3 teams. You have Washington, Penn State, Ohio State.
Well, Washington's got the bid in the Rose Bowl, so.
So you think Ohio State and Penn State should swap if Penn State wins and Washington wins?
I don't know, man. It's just hard. Shouldn't be the conference. Shouldn't winning your conference be like a criteria to get in?
It is.
When it's like one of those.
It is a criteria.
No, they haven't released any kind of criteria.
Yes, no, they keep talking about.
It's considered.
It's considered amongst.
So, does the fact that Ohio State played this difficult schedule trump winning your conference? Because that's what it sounds like.
That's basically what it sounds like.
Who was their do you know who they played out of conference?
Oklahoma. They played Notre Dame.
No, they didn't play Houston. That was Oklahoma who played Houston.
Notre Dame. They played USC.
They played USC.
They played somebody in the SEC. I don't know. Remember who?
And you talking about the Ohio State Buckeyes?
Yeah. And their only loss was to Penn State on the block field goal.
They played Notre Dame this year?
Well,
I think so.
We're fact checking.
My top 4. Well, Bama's number 1. I mean, you might as well just give Bama the ship right now because I don't see anybody beating Alabama.
And not at all.
That's that. And I made a suggestion to David because I understand like the SEC is the cream of the crop when it comes to college football. That's the best conference in football, college football hands down. But outside of the year Cam Newton was at Auburn, Alabama has owned that conference. I mean, LSU's been, they've been good, but they haven't won anything. They can't win anything because of Alabama. And Florida hasn't been to the national championship since Tim Tebow. since they're back to back. So my suggestion to David was, should Alabama do a Notre Dame and go independent and just play the best of the best?
The best of the best. Nah,
you don't
I think they're a main staple in the SEC. They are pretty much.
They are the SEC.
I think they generate a lot of revenue for the conference.
Yeah. I don't think
they are the SEC.
Right. I don't think they can make that move like a Notre Dame.
Because when you look at Notre Dame, like the reason Notre Dame has has struggled in recent history is because they play
the best teams in the NFL.
They play so many. They play so many great teams. Like they play. They play a USC. They play. They even play they play the Navy, but that's a rivalry that goes. Way back.
So hey, TJ.
But same thing with USC though.
Let's go over the schedule that Ohio State had this year.
I'm listening.
Ohio State Bowling Green first game 77-10.
It was a joke.
Right. Ohio State Tulsa next game 48-3. Ohio State Oklahoma 45-24.
They smacked Oklahoma.
Ohio State Rutgers 58-0. Ohio State Indiana 38-17. Ohio State Wisconsin, which was like probably their first test in like
first real test
in
Oklahoma.
Okay, Oklahoma, and then
you're right because ain't nobody expected
Oklahoma. For like the first couple. All right. So then so they beat them in overtime. Then they lost. Next week they lose to Penn State 24-21.
Off the block field goal.
And then they lose to Northwestern 24. They beat Northwestern 24-20. And then they played number 10 Nebraska.
62-3.
They beat them 62-3.
Yeah, but Nebraska has appeared late after that.
Then they played Ohio State. They played Maryland. Ohio State played Maryland, beat them 62-3.
And then they barely beat
Michigan State, and then they just beat Michigan. So
I
don't know if that schedule really is appetizing to me if I'm a committee person and if I'm looking
at. Their best win becomes Michigan.
And truth be told, they shouldn't have won that one.
We'll get there.
Compare it to the Penn State schedule though. What do you look at when you look at Penn State's schedule? Because if that's the case, if whoever has
Penn State first game, Kent State smacked them 33-13.
Right.
Next game they lost. They lose to Pitt.
That's a bad loss.
Pitt beat Clemson.
But Pitt.
Right. So I mean.
They lost. They only lost by 3. Then they beat Temple by 7.
See, that's.
Then they lose to Michigan 49-10. They beat Minnesota in overtime. Then they beat Maryland 38-14. You beat Penn State off the block.
Ohio State.
They beat Purdue. Purdue had quietly a good season.
They beat Iowa.
Which is okay.
And Iowa beat Michigan.
Indiana. So I mean, pretty much, you know what that's saying though.
Michigan State.
You know what it's.
They beat Michigan, and that was just.
What it's saying essentially is the Big Ten is up there with the SEC in terms of a power conference. They're but I'm saying most of those really big wins are in the Big Ten. So the committee, if they're looking at strength of schedule, they're looking at how Ohio State essentially dominated the Big Ten all year long, and had one slip up against.
Yeah, but you can make this. You can make the same argument for Michigan. You can make the same argument for Wisconsin. You can make the same for Penn State. Like they only have 1-2 losses. All those teams.
You can say the same thing about Clemson too.
Clemson's in.
As long as they win.
I'm saying you can say the same thing about Clemson.
They still have to win the game.
But they're gonna win.
If they lose to Virginia Tech, what happens to them if they lose to Virginia Tech?
Then they're out.
Totally.
Then you're talking about one of the another Big Ten.
You might have 3 Big Ten teams.
No, you'll have 2 Big Ten. You'll have at least 2 Big Ten teams and 1 Pac-12.
Washington.
What about Oklahoma?
Or Colorado.
Does Oklahoma get in?
Colorado, I think, has a really good shot.
If Colorado beats,
if Penn State wins,
if Colorado beats Washington,
yep.
And let's say Clemson loses, does Oklahoma get into the 4?
Oklahoma, no.
No?
Oklahoma, no. They got
Bedlam
in the Big 12.
Their only losses.
You said if Colorado beats Washington.
Yeah. And
if Oklahoma beats Oklahoma State in the Big 12 championship.
Colorado gets in and they I was gonna
Oklahoma. Does Oklahoma get in? Their only losses are against Houston and Ohio State.
No, because
Houston beat Louisville.
Even though it's
and
still,
a bunch of people before they started
Louisville. Can we talk about Louisville for a little bit?
Before they got unranked, Houston was a solid team, but I feel like the committee is going to hold that against them because Houston's not a Power 5 school. Like even though they're good,
but I think they have respect around them.
They have respect, but at the end of the day, once again, the committee being that good old boy club, non-Power 5 teams don't get the respect they deserve.
All right, let's talk a little bit about.
Let's talk about Louisville right now.
We'll go Louisville. All right, we'll go to Louisville now.
Let's go Louisville a little bit.
Listen.
Louisville, the down the stretch, the wheels have fallen off the wagon.
Really
I cannot believe it.
Yeah, dude. What are you talking about?
I can't believe it. They lost to Kentucky.
And the first time Kentucky had beaten a team like a top 25 and
who they lose to before they lost to Kentucky? Can't remember who they lost to before.
They got beat.
Houston. They got beat to smithereens by Houston.
But Houston comes
after
back,
they had a close game.
Houston comes back
Clemson.
and loses to Memphis.
Yeah, I know. Then Houston comes back and gets beat to smithereens by Memphis.
But that was
that tells you something, right?
But that was a Tom Herman. I don't care. I'm going to Texas game.
So Louisville. So Louisville. Let's tie this in. Do you think it's that Heisman trophy is Lamar Jackson's?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But I've never. If anybody was having a legitimate season this year,
did you just see what Deshaun Watson did?
But he's
5 touchdowns.
His entire body of work is not as impressive as what Lamar Jackson's done this season. Well, he has been insane. Just because he's backpedaling into the Heisman doesn't mean he doesn't deserve
Heisman.
Like,
dude, that Heisman is his and his gift wrapped. It already got his name on it.
I mean, I understand that, but down the stretch, it should be considered down the stretch.
Come on, man. He's the guy from Texas that winning nothing.
All they had to do, man, if Lamar Jackson was this. Lamar Jackson is the quarterback, and you're talking about he's a Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback on a team that all they had to do was win the rest of their games down the stretch, and they could have been in the top 4 playing for a national championship. And he has played poor. He has played turnover football, but he's still turning over the ball down the stretch.
But he's all they got.
Exactly. And in college football, that's all you need is that one Heisman. Look at Vince Young. That's all who they had, and he won a national championship this year. Texas.
Yeah, but they already did the voting before the national championship game.
Oh, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Y'all know what's funny?
It doesn't matter because he was already.
Know what's funny? Lamar Jackson will be back next year.
He's gonna win the Heisman. Nobody's having a great season.
So
nobody.
So like if y'all think Lamar Jackson,
they shouldn't even invite anybody else to the ceremony.
Just give it to him.
Yeah, don't even invite anybody. Just Lamar Jackson.
I don't know, man.
We're not even going to have the ceremony. You're just going to come here and pick up your trophy.
I just don't like the Heisman. I just don't like that Heisman.
Come back next year because you might be back next year.
Okay, so what if Michigan would have won and Jabril Peppers had a really good game against Ohio State? You think he could have snagged it away from Lamar Jackson?
Nobody's ever winning as a defensive player ever again.
I mean, he does play two sides of the ball. Like
he's mainly defensive.
But he didn't have much of an impact as much.
And he punched a fan in the face or whatever.
Oh, that Ohio State game? Wow. All right, let's transition into that Ohio State game.
Yeah, but Lamar Jackson's Heisman Trophy still?
Yes.
I like Deshaun. Man, I think Deshaun Watson deserves some type of recognition. What about the Texas running back?
Nope.
2,000 yards since
I
don't even know this guy's name. What's this guy's name?
Deontay Freeman.
They have 5 wins.
Deontay Freeman.
He's Devontae's brother.
He's Deontay Freeman?
Yeah, they're brothers.
It's D''Ante
Freeman, not Devontae Freeman?
They're brothers.
They're brothers?
Yes.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Wow.
Sure.
Deontay Freeman. So Deontay Freeman, I think Deontay. What about Corey Davis?
Nope.
No.
Corey Davis at Western Michigan?
At Western Michigan? Yes.
That's the problem. No.
But Corey Davis is going to be, Corey Davis is going to be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft.
It's not Freeman, it's Foreman.
Deontay Foreman. Yeah. Deontay Foreman, not Deontay Freeman. This is Devontae's cousin or brother. Anyways.
He's going to be considered, but
he's not. He's not going to be considered. He's not going to be invited anywhere. He's got 5 wins. His team has 5 wins.
Doesn't matter.
Please, no.
You cannot
5 wins.
You can't overlook 2,000 yards.
Yes, you can, especially when you have 5 wins.
2,000 yards.
He's not getting invited to the tournament.
He's not
invited to the ceremony.
So who's going to be invited? It's going to be
Deshaun
Watson and Lamar Jackson.
And the kid from USC, I think.
Which one?
Sam Darnold?
Yeah. No. The defensive back and the kick returner.
You talking about Dory Jackson?
Dory Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
What an awesome
So
name.
Jake Browning just... What about J.T. Barrett?
No.
J.T. Barrett down the stretch has been...
I think Jake Browning might get invited to the...
Jake Browning might get invited, yeah. Anyways, I guess Lamar Jackson is unanimous here. That Ohio State-Michigan game was pretty much It was so intense. Everybody was on the edge of their seat, biting their fingernails. Basically biting them to the bone.
I hate Ohio State.
My little brother goes to Michigan, so I don't want to be biased here look. I wasn't biased at all. I do my own thing, and I predicted and said that it was going to come down to the quarterback play, and first half, Wilton Speight, all throughout the whole afternoon, he was very inconsistent with his quarterback play. JT Barrett didn't particularly play a good first half of football, but
he didn't make any glaring.
He didn't make any big mistakes. He threw a pick, but it wasn't big. Wilton Speight threw 2 picks, real key pick. One was a pick 6, and one was a interception that set up a touchdown. So that was essentially 14 points at a 14-point swing, in which Michigan was pretty much manhandling Ohio State pretty much most of the game. So when you look at that down the stretch, I already predicted whoever had the better quarterback play was going to win this game, and it was JT Barrett. He was the better quarterback down, and that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to sometimes in these games. Small things when you're so evenly matched all throughout, your football match. Now, getting back to the spot, I don't think, and you guys could disagree with me. I don't think that those replay officials were gonna make that call in terms of reversing that call.
What do you think they were afraid of?
I don't think they. I think it was gonna be a Franco Harris. I think it was gonna be a Franco Harris.
You don't know what Battlegate is?
No.
Battlegate? It's the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, wow. Well, anyways, I don't think it was gonna be that bad. But I think it was gonna be like a Franco Harris, where, hey, do I have enough, security to get me out of here if I get this call wrong? No. Okay, touchdown. Same thing with this Ohio State.
First down.
No, but I'm saying with Franco Harris, the touchdown.
You think
the analogy?
They basically were afraid of
They were basically afraid of the heat. They were basically, the replay officials were basically, and then the referees were going to have to run out of there. Because the replay officials were not going to make that decision. Too much was at stake in that game for them to be like,
wait, okay.
Turnover on downs, Michigan, game over.
Okay,
no way.
No, here's the thing. Okay, so the spot he's talking about, what was it? Was it a 4th down play?
Yeah. 4th down play.
All right, 4th down play for Ohio State. They're in Michigan territory.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things Ohio State likes to run is the read option.
Mm-hmm.
JT.
I think everybody loves it a lot in college. But
everybody.
That's neither here nor there. But one of the things Ohio State likes to do, like I said, is run the read option. When you have a quarterback like JT Barrett, that allows you to do so. So JT Barrett and Ohio State, they run the read option on this 4th down play. And JT Barrett keeps it, and he makes a little cut. He gets hit about 2-3 times. He gets hit twice. He gets hit high. He gets a little mini high-low hit. And his feet go past the first down marker.
Dude, I think it's...
But the ball did not go past the first down marker.
I couldn't...
They spotted the ball past where his feet were.
It was such a generous spot.
I played football growing up. Izzy, did you play football?
Oh, yes, I did.
David, did you? Okay, so David never played football, but two out of the 3 played football. I could have sworn the ball got to go past the marker.
Right.
Not
so
if your
knee touches the ground and the ball is a little bit ahead of your body, usually the ref will spot the ball, spot the line by the ball. This case, they spotted his feet.
And so, bottom line, at the end, you said the replay officials were there was nothing for them to overturn. Actually, yes, it was. The replay was clear that the ball was nowhere near the line. I don't care. I don't care that the game was in Ohio State. Them refs and them replay officials, they had to be from Ohio.
Look how Bottlegate. You know why they didn't make the call.
No, I don't care.
It shouldn't come down to that, but it did.
But in all fairness, they shouldn't have allowed the touchdown the very next play.
It doesn't. No.
Even if a call goes against you, even if it does, you gotta rebound. You can't just allow them to score right away, the next play.
But because I
understand
the game was over. Michigan won that game, and the refs took it from them.
And there were a lot of
refs took it from them.
It's human error. It is.
Human error is not an excuse today.
When you got replays,
when you have a replay that shows he was short.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, come on, 105,000 people were at that game. 105,000 people knew he was short. Ain't no way 105,000 people was like, okay, that's a first down. No, he was short. Michigan got robbed.
Michigan definitely got robbed.
Michigan got robbed.
I agree with you, but I just don't think those replay officials are going to make that call.
You have to make that call.
I don't. But
when this is plain as day as that, when your feet pass the line, but the ball back here,
I know. It was a really generous spot. It was a bad call. It was not a good call at all.
And how do you not? How do you miss? No, how do you miss the call when you have officials on the line and you have a replay? You have a replay center. Yeah, like, how do you miss that? Like, human error is unacceptable.
It was a stop.
It's an unacceptable excuse. In this day and age, human error can no longer be used as a usable excuse for anybody in any professional sport that has officials.
Not to mention ESPN, like, I don't know what they did on like all their little college football shows where they like planted their Ohio State alumni here, there, everywhere. Especially Mr. Joey Galloway, who was just so biased. He called Jim Harbaugh like a whiner or something, or a sore loser.
He didn't sound like
or whatever the case. Whatever the case is.
But he was right though.
But he was right though. Over the course of the whole football game, they got more of the calls, the bigger time calls that affected the football game.
Like, you mean to tell me Ohio State played that perfect of a game for them to only have 2 penalties?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Don't get me wrong. Michigan had 7. Like, both teams finished the game with under 10 penalties.
There was a pass interference.
Yeah, I saw
there was a pass interference call that they did not call, that the Michigan was like driving down the field and they were like,
they just swung the game in a different direction.
I know.
At the end of the day, there's nothing we can really do. No. And Ohio State got the call.
So congratulations to Ohio State and Urban Meyer again for making it.
And dude, the thing is, they don't even have to play again. They get to sit and like relax and hang out. Have some time.
I know. That's all they could do. Yep. Just.
But they don't have to play like all the. Penn State has to win. Wisconsin, like, what are they like? I know I can't end that tie.
That's something for the committee. To. I think the top 3 teams are already solidified. Already. Yeah. If the barring Clemson and Alabama, I think if Alabama loses, they're still in.
I think so too.
Yeah, if Alabama loses to Florida, which they're not, Florida's gonna get crushed.
But I think if Clemson loses, I think it's gonna get interesting.
It's like, what did I say the last time the 3 of us together? Like, the college football playoff without Alabama, like that's blasphemous. That would never happen.
I think it's gonna get interesting if like Clemson loses. Like Clemson
loses
and Washington.
I bet money in
Washington.
Like this would never happen. I
think Oklahoma could get in. I don't think I want to play Oklahoma right now.
This will never happen. I bet money Bama could lose 3 games and they'll
still Bama, Ohio State,
and they'll still be in the college football playoff. Bama could lose 3 games and they'll still somehow be number 1.
I don't think you can lose 3 games and still be in that national championship.
I bet money Bama could.
So
one more thing. Can I stress on about college football? I don't know. What were you gonna say?
I was going to move on.
You're going to move on? I don't want to move on. I just want to talk about the next couple minutes about...
Not a couple minutes. 1 minute.
Like 1 minute. 1 minute. And I just want to get your opinion. Charlie Strong, good fire?
Yes.
No.
Good fire?
Yes.
No? Okay, reason?
Not enough time.
Not enough time?
Bad record. Didn't I lead up that...
Ryan Kelly coming back?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes. Because of
I don't agree with
I don't agree with Brian Kelly.
Because of the sanctions against Notre Dame, he's going to come back. Because they're suspended from a bowl for next season, so they might as well just bring him back and let him talk coach for 1 more season and fire him.
Got another one for you. Because he's been talked about a little bit in national conversations about being picked up by a big time program. PJ Fleck, does he leave Western Michigan or not?
Yes,
I think so too.
Where?
I think
Oregon.
Any big time school is going to pick that guy up.
LSU and Texas are off the market.
Because they hired Ed Orgeron.
They lifted the interim tag.
I think he stays at Western Michigan.
I think you can. I think the whole resume of him, because he had some pretty terrible years at Western Michigan. This is the first really good year. Really good year. But he also it's his first good year. He had a certain amount of years. And his recruiting class. This is his senior, his first recruiting class. So they're seniors now, and they're 12-0. So
I think if it hit the pan while it's hot, but I think he still stays. If something comes up, what could come up? What's going to be an offer?
The only reason he might stay.
Michigan State.
The only reason he might stay is because
D'Antoni's not.
The only reason he might stay is because Corey Davis is leaving, and they want to see him
probably win without Corey Davis.
Yeah, or whoever else whoever else is their quarterback right now. Whoever else is considered an NFL prospect is leaving off that team.
I think he'll stay.
So he might stay because of that.
But there's nowhere obvious for him to go.
Oh, matter of fact, I changed my answer. I changed my answer because he's gonna stay because
Missouri.
No, he's gonna stay because those big time programs are gonna want to see him do it again. Like you can't just get a new job off of one good year when
Arkansas.
you had a few
any of those
previous
ACC
bad
teams,
years.
any of those ACC teams like Pitt, Duke. North Carolina, you never know in college football.
I think he'll be staying.
You never know in college football.
Pac-12 teams. I think he's gonna stay because if I'm an AD at like a Missouri or something like that, I'm gonna want to see a future candidate do it more than once.
True.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think it matters. It doesn't. He's probably gonna be there next year.
He's one of the hottest coaches out there right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And LSU got their guy. Houston and Texas got their guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to the NFL. So there were some really good games. The Raiders came back and won even after Derek Carr got that nasty finger injury. You guys want to talk about anything in general in the NFL?
Thanksgiving week, all three of those games were except for.
I want to talk about something in the NFL.
Oh God,
the beef between Josh Norman and Des Bryant. That was a really hot topic. After the game,
tell Washington to go get your money back.
Tell Washington to go get your money back was really was a retaliation of what Josh Norman said to Des Bryant a year ago when he said, "Oh, Dallas needs to go give their money back." When he held them to 2 catches and 20-some yards.
You really tell me he waited a year
to play him again?
To say that?
To play him again? Yep, exactly.
Des Bryant, of course he did.
Des Bryant, he's petty. That was petty alert. Petty alert on the season. So
of course, Des Bryant waited.
Wait, right? That's the petty alert of the season. The petty award goes to Des Bryant. But anyways, he's his
first good game of the season. He's like running in his mouth. Well, he had a couple good games, but
you've been hurt half the season. You come back, you complain that you complain without complaining about you not getting the ball, and then you have a halfway decent game against a corner that you only saw half the time, half the time when you were on the field.
That's part of the problem with Josh Norman, though. I mean, he should be locking up the best receiver on
and you gonna tell Washington to give their money back.
They should be giving their money back. That guy came in as a shutdown corner.
He doesn't even
shut down their best receiver every single play.
But not to mention Washington is known for doing a couple of otherworldly things that they shouldn't have done.
All we gotta say is Albert Hainsworth.
Yeah. Minnesota, which you already gave me earlier.
Yeah, so definitely Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, man, the future of that franchise.
I think Ezekiel Elliott makes it difficult for the MVP. Because I think he should win the MVP, but he's like that offensive line. Could you give an MVP to an entire offensive line?
No, but you should.
You can, but they're not going to.
But
what if they did?
Just chop it up.
Give
it every offensive line.
There is I don't know what it's called, but there is something in the rule book where you can give an award to an entire unit. And that unit the offensive line.
Yeah.
So the offensive line could it would be a technicality, but they could win the NFL MVP award.
That should be who wins the award.
I think the NFL MVP.
Don't you think the Dallas Cowboy offensive line should win the MVP?
I think the NFL MVP award is going to go to your boy.
Derek Carr? Matt Ryan?
No.
My boy? The Golden Boy?
Not my boy. Not your boy or my boy, but the Golden Boy.
No, dude.
That's
my
boy.
Yeah, that's his boy. The NFL MVP is going to go to Tom Brady.
Derek Carr.
No, not Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Brady.
Derek Carr.
Tom Brady.
Derek Carr.
We'll see down the stretch if it's gonna go to Derek Carr or Tom Brady.
If it doesn't go to
I think it's gonna go to Tom Brady.
If it doesn't go to the entire Dallas Cowboy offensive line, it should go to Derek Carr.
It's not going to a rookie in Ezekiel Elliott.
It's going to Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
That's right. The Bears' problems, they don't have a quarterback who's worth a grain of salt.
They don't have a receiving core.
John Fox will not get fired.
No. I don't think so. I think
he's got one more year.
The thing is, he's had to work with what they've given him.
He's like the Brett Brown of the NFL.
Oh no!
The Bears lost today, right? Another clunker.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's because
Marcus Mariota went ham.
Really didn't, but that's because like the Bears had the chance to win it, and Bellamy dropped a TD that would have won the game.
Yeah, that's all they got.
And I forgot his first name, but his last name's Thompson. He dropped another pass that.
Well, they're working with a backup quarterback. Jay Cutler shut down for
backup
to
a backup.
Yeah, so
Matt Barkley.
Who in the second half
played well.
He played well in the second half.
Three touchdowns, 2 picks.
But he's people are on Twitter joking like Barkley over color. I'm like, stop, kill yourself.
Matt Barkley definitely.
Barkley's the future. Once again, stop, kill yourself. Matt Barkley.
Let's not advocate anybody that killed themselves.
It's sarcastic.
It's sarcasm.
In no way, shape, or form.
I know this isn't the Thanksgiving special, but we should try to keep it PG.
Like, I don't want anyone out there to kill themselves. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just like, if you think Barkley's better than Color, stop it. If you think Barkley is the future of the Bears, definitely stop it.
Matt Barkley's still young.
No, dude.
He's still young, but like,
you would love that as a Packers fan for him to be your quarterback next season.
Truth be told,
Matt Barkley is our quarterback.
Truth be told, the Bears are either gonna keep or cut Cutler, or like they're either gonna keep him or they're gonna go.
I bet Jay Cutler's going to go to Arizona and like shred it up next year.
And when you look at the free agent class, and it's not the best. And when you look at the prospects,
Chad Kelly,
it's still not the best because Chad Kelly he's injury prone.
Yeah, injury prone. He just had one
injury.
He's
injury prone.
Chad Kelly,
yeah,
Ole Miss QB. Jim Kelly's
nephew. He's the nephew of Jim Kelly. He played.
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. And what about other quarterbacks like Deshaun Kaiser or Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Kaiser looks like he needs another year.
Yeah, but what about Deshaun Watson?
A few mock drafts I've seen.
Deshaun Watson looks like a really good quarterback. I think I'd love to build around Deshaun Watson if you're the Chicago Bears.
If Cleveland wants to give RG3 another chance, unless they do that, then if they get the first overall pick, Deshaun Watson might be going to Cleveland.
The RG3 experiment has failed.
He didn't really get to play.
He didn't really get to play.
Failed. That's a failure. That's a failure. That's a failure. He got hurt. Exactly. That's a failure.
He didn't even make it through one game.
I know. That's a failure. The RG3 experiment did not work.
And the only other
they're gonna lose every game.
Like
true or false? Cleveland?
Oh, Cleveland, true or false?
Like true, false, Cleveland.
Very false.
No, if they're going to win a game?
They are going to win one game.
Who are they going to win? We went through the list.
I thought they was going to win.
Who do they play? What's their next? What's their?
I legit thought they was going to win.
I never thought they were going to beat the Giants.
I thought they was going to win the day.
The Cleveland Browns are definitely going to win at least one game. I love Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor looks like him
and Janoris Jenkins had a little back and forth. It was kind of.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the Browns play the Bungles. They play the Bills.
They could win that game.
They play the Chargers and they play the Steelers. I could see them.
I could see them.
They could probably beat the Chargers.
I could see them win Cincinnati, and I could see them beating San Diego.
San Diego, yeah.
They're not going to win a game
because
it's over. Just accept it. The sooner you.
I don't see them beating Buffalo.
I don't see them beating Buffalo.
The sooner you accept it, the better off you'll all be.
By the way, Shady McCoy had a crazy game today.
Yeah, I got him in one of my fantasy leagues.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And Tyrod Taylor played an okay game as well today.
I got him in a league too with Dan Kenny.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to make the playoffs in that league either.
It's okay. Dave.
It's all right. It's okay.
No, dude, I made a trade with Dan Kenny, dude. I'm getting hosed on it. Just so you know, Dan Kenny, you are getting me good on that trade.
Is Ezekiel Elliott going to lead the league in rushing at the end of the year?
Yeah, true. Not even close.
Not even close?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's even. I don't think anybody will be within 500 yards.
What about like DeMarco Murray? DeMarco Murray or David Johnson?
No, David Johnson doesn't have the rushing yards.
What about Le'Veon?
No, he missed like 3 games.
True. All right. Okay. So, true or false?
So he kind of got it by default. If Le'Veon would have played a full slate, he would have.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott's special, and he's got like the super line.
Okay, so with
dude, you could literally take any running back in the NFL right now and get 1,000 yards with him.
Literally,
if you had that offensive line.
Not Darren McFadden.
Yeah, you could.
He got 1,000.
He got 1,000 last year.
Yeah,
Get
he
out
did.
of here.
Yeah.
He got
I can't believe he got 1,000.
Like you could take any running back. anyone. Rashawn Salam.
With all his fumble problems.
You could dust off Cedric Benson to get 1,000 yards.
Oh, wow. You can even put Eddie Lacy back there.
You can dust off Ahmad Green and get 1,000 yards.
Ahmad Green?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Ahmad Green.
You can take LT out of retirement and he'll get 1,000 yards.
Nah.
Yeah.
Eddie, true or false, the Packers, including tomorrow's, win the rest of their games? See, the fact that he's had to think about that, like
tomorrow, who are they playing Monday night?
Philly.
If they lose to Philly tomorrow,
I got Dorian Green-Beckham having a good game tomorrow.
If they lose to Philly tomorrow, you might as well wrap the season up. They ain't doing nothing.
You telling me we're going to see a playoffs without the Packers?
Yes.
I would love that.
We are going to see a playoffs with the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is going to be watching the playoffs from his couch.
That team cannot play defense. They can't tackle. That team does not have a running game. They can't run the football.
They don't want to.
They don't run the football. They want to pass it 60 times.
You got Christian Michael.
What is Mike McCarthy gonna be responsible?
No, never.
For something like this.
Never.
He won one Super Bowl and he hasn't brought them back to. They're supposed to have this crazy run where Aaron Rodgers and all the Clay. What's his name?
He's never gonna get fired. He's got to like the green. He's never gonna be fired. He can have that job until he doesn't want to have it anymore.
I understand. I understand that. I completely understand that. But this team is not defensively. They can't pass. They can't stop the pass. They can't stop the run. They can't rush the quarterback. I don't get it. It's very frustrating as a Packer fan to watch the Green Bay Packers come out there and put this type of freaking effort out there on the field, showing me nothing. A predictable offense. You're gonna pass on first down. You're gonna pass on second down. You're gonna pass on third down. Run the football.
No, they don't have anybody. They traded for Knife Davis and then they released him. I know.
Him Knife.
I know. I like calling him Knife Davis. He's like the knife through the defense. Knife Davis.
Oh God.
Knife through butter.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh my gosh!
That's one of my fun nicknames, Knife Davis.
Okay, hey, what's the Giants' record after today? 8-3, 7-4, 8-3,
8-3.
Okay, so true or false? The Giants can beat the Cowboys.
False.
I don't know. Maybe the Giants have an improved defense, but the Dallas Cowboys, first of all.
Because the Giants,
they are
like keep in mind the Giants they already have one win up on them, but that was first game of the season. Yeah. So rookie QB jitters, rookie running back jitters, like those are gone now. So when they play each other again, but this time it's going to be at the Meadowlands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. In the playoffs, give me Eli all day.
The Giants can be predictable too. They can pass the ball.
Rashard Jennings.
They have Rashard Jennings, but do they? How much do they use Rashard Jennings? More or less, he's always out there. He's there to pass protect, and when they get down in the goal line, they'll use him and run the football.
So they got the.
I was thinking about this because so you know how like in the NBA like we always say that the Western Conference is like the conference. So true or false? What the Western Conference is in the NBA, that's what the NFC is in the NFL.
False.
Really?
Yeah. Give me the Raiders and Patriots all day with.
I'm like,
let's check this scenario out.
Dolphins.
Everybody, check this scenario out.
Steelers.
What if we see the Oakland Raiders versus the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship? Once again,
give me Tom.
You said give you Tom Brady
all day.
Give me Tom Brady too,
Steelers.
But I hope Derek Carr wins that game.
Pittsburgh Raiders
because of what they did.
Pittsburgh Raiders in the AFC Championship game.
That's what you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Oh, get out! Get out of town. Who's Pittsburgh gonna be? Tom Brady
They're not.
And the New England Patriots?
No go.
If anybody can do it, Big Ben can do it.
Oh
go. No way.
Oh wait, how about this one? Are the Denver Broncos going to make the playoffs this year? You sure about that?
Mm-hmm. Who else?
Kansas City?
They just lost to them.
Oakland, they're all in the same division.
You still need another team.
Oakland's still in first.
You still need another team to replace Denver? You're going to trust the Dolphins to replace your Dolphins are going to win out?
The Buffalo Bills?
They're not. They're the
Dolphins have won 6 straight.
Oh, and the Dolphins as well. The Dolphins have won 6 straight.
You trust the Dolphins?
Winner of the NFL.
Who have they even beaten? I know they played probably late.
I have the Colts coming out of their division.
Yeah, me too.
I have Pittsburgh coming out of their division.
Titans.
Huh?
You said the Titans.
No, now I'm changing it to the Colts.
Sausage.
I'm sorry.
Colts, Pittsburgh.
I still got
Colts,
Houston. Even though Houston lost today, I still got Houston winning that.
Oakland.
You got Houston?
I still got
I
Houston
did say the Titans. I did say the Titans.
Andrew Luck's hurt. Andrew Luck's hurt right now. I don't know the extent.
He could have played if it had been a Sunday game.
I don't know the extent of the injury, but he's hurt.
Man.
The Patriots winning.
What is the NFC? No, it's like the NFC. The NFC. Which Minnesota Viking team is going to show up? Which Lions team are going to show up? Which any of these teams are going to show up? Like the only teams you really have anything you can count on from week to week to day,
first of all,
is the Dallas Cowboys.
The Lions, they won on Thanksgiving, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Yeah, but what Lions team is going to show up?
Well,
the team that like
they've been consistent.
They've been consistently mediocre. They've always been like in a game.
But they've won.
Wait,
they're winning.
Yeah, but every game they've won, they were trailing in the third.
It doesn't matter if they still win.
What?
Right.
What?
Time out. The Lions are gonna find themselves in the trouble one day. They're gonna face a team that's gonna put up like 42 points in the first half, and
they're gonna go to the Super Bowl this year.
What?
Yeah, dude.
The Detroit Lions.
Yeah, it's the year.
All right, moving on.
Oh God!
All right, let's make some picks and then let's roll out.
Let's roll out.
Oh, we can look at that line. Oh yeah, they beat the Niners.
Oh.
They beat San Fran today, LA, San Diego.
What's the upcoming schedule for the Dolphins there?
The
Ravens,
Baltimore, Arizona.
They're gonna lose that game to Baltimore.
The Bills again. They close out.
They're gonna lose that game to the
They've
Cardinals.
had the
Hold on, let me see.
schedule, dude.
They're gonna win that game against the Jets. They're gonna lose to the Bills. They're gonna lose to the Patriots.
But look at these teams they beat.
They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose 4 games out of 5.
They beat the Giants. They beat they lost to the Cowboys.
They lost to the Cowboys.
They beat the Falcons.
Right.
They lost to the Titans. They barely lost to Seattle.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They barely lost to New England.
Yep.
They
barely beat in overtime.
They lost to the
Bungles.
Lost to the Bungles.
Lost to the Dolphins twice. Lost to the Titans.
That's because Marcus Mariota is an improved player.
And they beat the Steelers.
That's the game that Big Ben got hurt.
They beat Buffalo. They beat the Jets. They
Not good. Beat the Chargers, aren't that good. Beat the Rams, who stink.
And they
beat the Niners, who stink.
And once again,
you're right.
Kaepernick's putting up
the face of our way.
Kaepernick's putting up numbers, but they just not winning.
Yep. Anyways,
he not like he did this last time. He's like, oh my gosh, so I'm like, dude, Kaepernick's he's putting up numbers. He has to work with what he's got.
He's putting up some numbers.
They haven't won anything. Like
win
a game.
The guy at running back.
Yes, he is, dude. He had a good game.
Well, he's not the guy.
Kaepernick had a game. He had over 200 yards passing, and he had 100 yards.
Carlos Hyde had a good game too, and he basically you got that last chance to win the game. I mean. You gotta do something else besides getting tackled there. You can't allow that the way the game to end like that. You have to you can't because there's no way he was gonna make it into the end zone.
Once again, you gotta work with what he got. Moving on.
It's a bad decision.
Picks.
You gotta work with what he got. Moving on.
Next week.
Dallas and Minnesota. By the way, it's super unfair that Dallas played on Thanksgiving and then it doesn't plays another game on Thursday.
So did Minnesota.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So did Minnesota.
Oh,
That's why they just scheduled that.
Oh,
you with the excuses. You want a tissue for your issues here? Get out of here. Dallas.
All right. KC, Atlanta.
KC.
Kansas City.
KC.
Miami and Baltimore.
Miami.
Baltimore.
Baltimore's got to lose in order for the Steelers to win the division. So.
Baltimore.
Miami. Miami's out right
Baltimore.
now. San Fran, Chicago.
Oh, this is officially the Clunker Bowl here.
San Francisco. Colin Kaepernick has a big game.
yeah. Unfortunately, San Francisco because they actually have a adequate quarterback.
Adequate is probably good.
Word.
Colin, I love what you've been doing. You've been putting up numbers, but I'm faithful. Chicago.
Yeah. Okay.
Philly and Cincinnati.
Ignorance is always bliss.
It's not ignorant. I know what we are.
You're bad.
Real
bad.
I know what we are.
We're real bad.
I know what we are. I know we're not good.
He's not hiding.
I'm not hiding at all.
That's why he's wearing an NIU shirt.
I'm not, because truth be told, I don't have a lot of Bear stuff. I don't have any.
That's cool. No, let's give you a hard time. You know, you stick by the NIU even though the football team stinks. Basketball team has underperformed.
Anyway, here we go again. Underperformed.
Philadelphia and Cincinnati.
Philadelphia, Cincinnati. You said?
Yeah.
Oh, Philly.
Houston and Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I'm going Houston.
Green Bay, and I say that with like a tense. Green Bay.
You don't feel good about it?
I don't feel good about that.
Denver and Jacksonville.
Denver. Gus Bradley gets fired after the game.
Oh man, yeah. I feel bad for Gus Bradley because look, first of all, Gus Bradley.
When they get shut out after the game, he's gonna get fired.
This was the year that Gus Bradley's team.
This was supposed to be the year.
A good offensive team. And the defense was supposed to coming together. Well, this year the defense only came together, and the offense got left. The defense did come together.
Really,
the defense did come together.
Stinks.
The defense, the top 10 defense ranked stats wise. Top 10. They're number 9.
Their defense isn't that good.
They're number 9. Their pass defense is a lot better than a rush defense.
Denver.
All
right, Denver.
Firing starts.
All right,
this is gonna be a one
the
side.
Rams and the Golden Boy.
The Rams versus the Golden Boy.
Golden Boy. Give me the.
What did you say? Thomas
Edward Patrick
Brady
Jr.
I'll take the Rams.
Jr. Brady.
You take the Rams in spite, don't you?
Yeah, I love taking things out of spite.
Right, color me golden. Detroit, New Orleans. New Orleans.
Ooh,
New Orleans.
New Orleans. This is where Detroit's gonna fall into that trouble.
The Superdome isn't the Superdome.
This is where Detroit's gonna fall into that trouble where the team hangs up 42 points in the first half.
Drew Brees at home.
New Orleans is gonna lay up 42 points in the first half on them. Oh yeah, get out.
The Lions will come back and win.
No, they're not gonna come back and win. They're not gonna come back and win.
They're gonna be down by 40 at the end of the third quarter. They're gonna come back and win.
Willie Snead threw a 50-yard touchdown pass today. I don't know who, but he threw one.
I think it was the Thomas from Ohio State.
Did Brandon Cooks get hurt or not?
I don't know. Brandon Cooks is terrible.
I don't know what.
I had him on my fantasy team.
I traded for him.
He's absolutely not doing anything.
I don't know what the deal is with Fox nowadays, but Fox is only showing like one game, and they didn't even show a game today.
Who's this Gabriel kid from Atlanta who just
he used to be
Taylor Gabriel?
Used to be on the Browns. He has like a 4.240.
He just had a freaking phenomenal game.
Fast as lightning.
Buffalo and Oakland.
Ooh. The wheels, we're going to circle the wagon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to circle the wagon. Buffalo. I'm going to go Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy has a really good game. In between him and Tyrod Taylor, 5 total touchdowns.
And if Sammy Watkins can keep it going. Because
Oakland doesn't have that great of a defense.
They don't have a good secondary.
Their offense is big time.
They don't have a good secondary.
The offense is big time, but Buffalo's defense is pretty big time, too.
I'm still taking Oakland. I think they're the best team in the AFC.
Washington and Arizona.
Maybe not the most complete team.
Oh.
Arizona. No,
I'll take Washington.
Washington, man.
I'll take Washington.
Arizona looks defeated.
Kirk Cousins is gonna have like another 400 yards.
Arizona looks defeated.
Wait, one more true or false. True or false? Kirk Cousins get paid this offseason.
What do you mean by get paid?
He's gonna get paid.
I'm talking
100. I'm talking Andrew Luck money.
I'm talking like.
I don't think so.
60. I'm talking like 60, 65, maybe 70 guaranteed.
70 guaranteed, 120 million over like 5 years.
Something like
6
that.
years.
No, that's not a word.
Anyways.
Whatever.
Anyways, what's the next game?
Giants, Steelers.
Giants, Steelers.
Giants.
Pittsburgh.
Giants. Going Giants.
Tampa Bay Chargers.
San Diego.
Tampa.
Chargers, but I don't feel good about it. Carolina, Seattle. That's a night game.
Ooh, that's a good game right there. That's a great game. Seattle. Seattle's playing good football right now.
They lost 14-5 today. To the Buccaneers. They lost 14-5 today. But
okay. But before that game, they were playing good football.
Yeah, before today.
They were playing good football. I'm just saying, you can't just measure a team.
What is this with this Monday night game?
Anybody.
Could they flex a different game in there?
Oh wow! No. Oh wow! I'd rather see that Carolina Seattle on Monday night.
But then that would be a terrible Sunday night game.
Well, yeah, and then I'd rather see Tampa Bay, San Diego.
Can they move Detroit, New Orleans there?
No, they can't.
Indianapolis and the Jets.
Oh,
Andrew Luck versus Fitzmagic.
Does Andrew Luck play?
Fumble here?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
You think so? I mean, if Andrew Luck is playing, then yeah, give me the Colts. But if he's not,
who's starting for the Jets? Fitzmagic?
Fitzmagic, yeah. If he's healthy. I'm gonna go with the upset of the week on this one, and yeah, if it even is an upset, the New York Jets, Jets.
Taking the Colts. If they lose another game, they won't win the division.
Anyways,
I'm taking the Jets.
You're crazy.
I'm taking the Jets.
No.
Oh, you root for Fitzmagic?
No, I mean, it literally depends on who the Colts have.
It's gonna be Andrew Luck.
If it's not Andrew Luck,
it will be.
I don't know.
It will be
because whoever they had that backup against.
So the pride of Wisconsin.
Who?
Scott Tolzien.
No, who calls him that? Where do you get these nicknames?
He said the pride of Wisconsin. Scott Tolzien.
Where do you get these nicknames?
He's the pride of Wisconsin.
He is, man.
He's their finest imported good.
Cheese
curds. What? He's more important. No, what?
Scott, he went from Wisconsin Badgers to being the backup of Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay for so many years.
And he had that one good game once.
Yeah. You ever think about paying him like Matt Flynn?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. True or false? Chuck Pagano.
I bet Oakland wants their money.
No.
Hey, well,
you just signed a big
Oakland
extension.
wants their money back?
So?
What?
You think Seattle and Oakland wants their money back?
For who?
Matt
Oh yeah.
Hey, so what does that mean? Just because you signed an extension, you can't get fired?
No.
Yeah, you can.
Those checks are written.
No, like, true or false? Pagano gets fired at the end of the season.
No.
Yeah, true.
They're gonna make the playoffs.
No, if they don't make the playoffs, they could lose to the Houston Texans.
The Oilers.
Oilers.
Rolling back.
No, the Houston Texans. Yeah, I was going back in time. They could lose to the Houston. They could lose out to the Houston Texans. Not to mention the Tennessee Titans. So if they lose the division this year, he's out.
Just because you got an extension does not mean you can't get fired.
Look, it was a great story with the cancer and all of that.
Him beating that.
Right, it was a great story. But now it's time to. It's been about a few years now. It's time to get. It's a business. It comes down to a business.
They literally just resigned him.
They're mediocre.
They're not just gonna fire him. I think he's good for one more season.
Okay. Anyways,
who's gonna replace him?
There's
not like that hot assistant that everybody's talking about this year.
I don't know.
Somebody.
What about Jim Bob Cooter?
No, stop it.
That's
the end of the podcast.
Jim Bob Cooter.
And the Jim Bob Cooter, we're done. You guys all have a good week. See you next week. Peace out.